67%. That's not a failure rate. That's not a churn number. That's how many security alerts your company generates every single day that no human ever looks at. The average security operations center receives about 4,500 alerts a day. An analyst, trained, expensive, burning out, can only investigate about a third of them. The rest just expire, unread, untouched. Every one of them a potential breach that nobody has the bandwidth to open. I don't think people realize what this means economically, because that gap between alerts generated and alerts investigated is a $40 billion managed security industry. You're not paying MSSP for expertise. Not really. You're paying because you cannot hire enough eyeballs to watch your logs. The average SOC analyst makes $80,000 a year, burns out in 8 months, and 71% of them say they're already looking for the door. So we just keep outsourcing the problem, paying someone else's analyst to ignore a slightly different 67%. I mean, if you think about it, that's what the entire security services economy really is. It's an ignore rate. We just never called it that because there was no alternative. A human can only read logs at human speed. So we will just quietly accept that most of our security infrastructure is generating signals into the void. But here's what's happening right now, and almost nobody's framing it in this way. AI systems, not rule-based filters, not SOAR playbooks, actual autonomous agent swarms can now ingest alerts, pull context from endpoints, correlate across your network, cross-reference against threat intelligence, investigate the full kill chain, and render a verdict. Not in 30 minutes per alert, in 3. For all alerts, fully investigated in the time your analyst triages 15. And that changes the math in a way that's genuinely hard to overstate. Because if you can investigate everything, the logic of security doesn't just speed up, it inverts. You stop sampling for threat and start seeing all of them. The breach that hides in the 67%, the one disguised as a false positive, the lateral movement buried in the noise, suddenly is visible. And if your coverage goes from a third to everything, your mean time to detect drops from months to minutes. And if your competitor is still running SOC, where 2/3 of signals go to dark, they're not just less efficient, they're structurally blind every single day, which means something very strange is about to happen to a $40 billion industry that was built on a bet. The bet that you can't afford enough analysts to watch your own systems. That bet just lost, and nobody's repriced it yet. That gap between what AI can now investigate and what we're still paying humans to ignore, that's maybe the largest security arbitrage in enterprise infrastructure right now. And we're all just still ignoring the 67%.